You are ready to be all that you're meant to become. Remember how special you are, how special your journey is in this world. You are here, exactly where you are supposed to be.
Good morning. Welcome to Itacana Beach, Brazil. Today we're going to wake up the body with this incredibly energizing and powerfully compassionate morning yoga flow. It's best to start any day with yoga to set yourself on a course for a happy and successful day filled with the continued intention of optimization and mind-body connection. And you've done just that right now here by joining me today. So thank yourself. Roll out your mat, and don't forget to work hard and have fun. Let's start today's class standing at the top or center of our mat and set our intention today to have an incredible practice and a beautiful day ahead. Let's begin by opening our palms out to the side of our body, opening our chest, bringing our shoulders slightly back, chin up, feet shoulders width apart, and our pelvis just tucked slightly. This is our mountain pose. We're going to take a deep breath in and exhale slowly out. And again, breathing in, filling up our lungs, and exhaling mindfully as we let it all go back out. Now lifting our arms up above our heads, breathing in, bring your palms together, and then exhale, fold at the waist, dropping down towards the earth as we exhale. Inhale, raising up, palms together again, this will be 2. And exhale, dropping down towards the earth. Beautiful. Inhale slowly, mindfully coming back up, lifting our arms out, stretching up, palms together. Exhale, drop. Excellent job. Inhale, coming up, connecting our breath and our motion perfectly, mind and body. It's our union. Exhaling, dropping down towards the earth. And inhale, slowly coming back up. One more time, hands above head, palms together. And exhale, dropping back down towards the earth. Holding here just for a moment. We breathe, coming back to ourselves. Bobbing up and down just slightly. Grab your opposite elbows with hands and rotate, rocking back and forth in ragdoll formation. Inhaling one side, exhaling, going to the other. Again, connecting breath and motion. That is the union for this class that we aim for in everything that we do. Exhale one side, inhale opposite. Beautiful. And on your next exhale, come back to neutral, release your elbows and place your right hand on the opposite side of your mat and open up with that left arm as you reach it up towards the sky, opening the side body. And look up with your drishti towards those left fingers and the sky. Stretching, keeping your left leg straight, micro-bending the right, and breathe into this asana. Beautiful. And on your next exhale, we're going to reverse that, bringing your left hand to the opposite side of your mat. Opening up that right shoulder, stretching those fingers, reaching with your gaze and your open shoulders up towards the sky. Do your best to keep the right leg straight, left knee micro-bent just slightly, and breathe into the asana. Let's add a little bit of motion here. So we inhale, come to neutral. Exhale, go to opposite side. Inhale, come to neutral. Exhale, stretch the opposite side. Inhale, neutral. Exhale, stretch. Inhale, neutral, transition. Exhale, opening up, reaching. Continuing, finding the rhythm of your body, the motion and the speed that serves and speaks to you, going side to side, making sure you exhale with the stretch. Inhale, transition, and exhale with the stretch. Excellent job. All right, let's come back to neutral and deepen our forward fold just slightly by reaching around and binding hands over elbows behind our calf muscles, bending just slightly to achieve the bind, and then as you exhale, straighten your knees and deepen the stretch. Inhale, bend the knees. Exhale, straighten them just slightly. Inhale, bend. Further the bind if you can. And exhale, straighten. Inhale, bend the knees just slightly again, gripping a little tighter if you can. And exhale, straighten the knees if you can, feeling the stretch deepen. All right, one more time. Bending and straightening. Deepening, breathing here, bound at the elbows. Your perfect body awakening forward fold. All right, exhale, releasing your hands back down onto the mat and step forward towards the front. We're going to take a few sun salutations here to get the blood circulating as we rise up, taking a deep inhale, raising your hands, bringing your palms together, and exhale, slowly bringing them down to your heart. Take a moment here with your hands at your side, back in mountain pose, chest opened, just like we started this class. Check in with your body. Take a note of how it feels different now than when this class began. We're only at the beginning, and so much has changed. Breathing in, filling up your lungs, and slowly exhaling once again. This is a beautiful practice for you. Take a moment and say thank you for showing up. Inhale deep and slowly exhale. All right, on your next inhale, let's raise our hands up, bring our palms together, and take our first sun salutation. Exhale, hands down to the mat. Inhale, halfway up. Now step or hop back into plank and drop chaturanga, bending at the elbows. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, come down into your first downward facing dog of the class. Take a moment here to just breathe before hopping or stepping to the front of your mat. And inhale as you slowly rise. Lift your hands up above your head, filling your lungs. And exhale, hands back down to heart. All right, that's one. Let's go into our second. Inhale, hands up above head, palms together. Exhale, drop down towards your mat. Inhale, come up onto your fingertips, halfway up, extending the spine. And exhale, step or hop back all the way into chaturanga, lifting yourself into upward facing dog with a deep inhale. And exhale, back down to downward facing dog. Taking a pause, a couple of deep breaths here. Mindfully coming back to yourself before hopping or stepping to the front of your mat as you exhale, and then inhale, slowly rise up into standing again, and raise your hands as you continue inhaling, palms together. Exhale, slowly dropping them down to your heart. Let's do one more of those. Inhale, hands up overhead, palms together. Exhale, dropping down to the earth. Inhale, halfway up. And exhale, step or hop back into chaturanga once again, exhaling as you land. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, coming back to downward facing dog. Walk this dog out by bending the knees, giving a little bit of motion, dropping the hips as they're bent. Finding breath and motion connectivity once again. Finding the depth and pressure that serves you as you walk before coming back into neutral. Now bend your knees and bring them down towards the mat, but do not let them touch the earth. Hold them an inch or as close as you can to the mat itself, hovering for 60 seconds. Engaging your core, engaging your quads and your hamstrings and your calves and your shoulders. This activating hold, this asana right here is so good for waking up the body. breathing here, feeling your muscles begin to shake just slightly. Continue to hold if you can. Your 4 points of contact are your 2 hands and your 2 feet, nothing else. Just breathe. Focus and breathe. Excellent job, you're almost there. Just a few more moments. Hold on, you can do this. One more breath in and exhale. Let's come up into a pike position onto the very tips of our toes, keeping our hands planted, bringing more weight onto our shoulders and into our upper body, and holding as still as we can. See how high onto the tips of those toes you can get yourself, and hold and breathe right here for just a couple more moments. If you're hating me right now, just know that if you can prove to yourself you can do this, that anything that comes your way today, you will be prepared for and able to handle with strength and grace. Bend the knees just slightly and see if you can bring your chest down towards them just a bit to finish this off, and then exhale and begin to step towards the front of your mat. Bring your feet towards your feet. You can shake them out just slightly. That was a lot. Proud of you for doing it. Proud of you for accomplishing it. And now coming back up to neutral. Let's take a deep inhale. Palms together once again. Exhale, bring your hands back down to heart to check in once again on how you're feeling. Beautiful. Hands up above with an inhale. Exhale, dropping down towards the mat. Inhale, we're going to step back with our right foot onto our toes into lunge position. We're going to rock forward onto the front of our foot and then back onto the balls of our toes. Keep in mind you do not want your knee to cross your ankle if you have any knee problems whatsoever. But if you don't and you want to build a little bit of strength, you can try adding a little bit of pressure onto the top of your knee, stretching the calf, bringing your weight down, keeping your knee above your ankle for support as it's needed, or keeping your hands on either side of your foot. Your next exhale, let's drop your right knee down to the mat, flatten your foot, and come up into low lunge, placing both hands on your knee, or you can put them behind on your sit bones and add a little bit of pressure to deepen the stretch. And now let's stretch up with our hands above our head and grab our elbows. Rock slowly to one side, pulling our left elbow to our right, opening up the side body of our left side entirely. If it doesn't feel good, that's okay, go back to neutral. But you could try the other side as well. Stretching, opening up the right side by pulling the right elbow, opening up, deepening that stretch too. Experiment here, from side to side, whichever one serves you best in this pose. It's interesting because on different days my body asks for different things, so I'm never quite sure until I test the water. So start testing and listen. That's the key. Follow its cues, follow its compass. Your body is the true teacher. On your next exhale, drop your hands back on either side of your foot, lifting up the knees, coming to your toes, and let's open up by reaching our left arm up towards the sky. Bring our gaze, our drishti, up towards the fingers again as well. Holding this lunge with your right hand planted firmly on the earth. Breathe into it. On your next exhale, we're going to drop our hand down back to the mat and pivot, dropping our right foot flat, and bring your entire body to the opposite side, swinging it around, and open with your right arm this time up towards the sky, so you're an exact opposite as where we just were. Keeping your hand planted, your back knee straight, reaching with those fingers and the gaze towards the sky, breathing here. Beautiful. On your next inhale, let's switch back to where we began and reach up with an exhale. Adding motion, inhale, switch over and reach, exhale. Adding motion again, switching over and reach, exhale. Inhale, pivot down, plant the hand and reach. Inhale, pivot down, plant the hand and reach, exhale. Inhale, come to the opposite side and reach with an exhale. Inhale, planting the hands, swinging your body weight, reaching, and exhale. Find your own rhythm here, connecting to your breath. Inhale, pivot, and exhale, reach. All right, last one. Inhale, pivot, exhale, plant the hand and reach, bringing your right hand back down to the right side of your foot, dropping your knee, dropping your foot flat. We're going to come into the opposite side low lunge as we did just before. Place your hands on your low back or on your sit bones to deepen the stretch if you want, finding exactly how much pressure is serving you. Or if you'd like to experiment just like on the other side by grabbing each opposite elbow above your head and engaging with a side body stretch, first to the left, leaning in, and then to the right, leaning the opposite direction, seeing what feels right with a playful spirit, experimenting, trying different depths, different pressures, and listening with compassion and love to what your body is telling you. If it doesn't feel right, come back to neutral. You can place your hands on top of your knee, or if you find that spot, just lean into it. Feel it. Release it with each breath out, bringing energy to it with each inhale. Beautiful. All right. Excellent job. On your next exhale, let's drop our hands to either side of our foot and tuck our left toes, lifting our left knee up off the mat, coming back into lunge, rocking gently just back and forth. And if this feels good to you, just rock. It's okay. You don't have to do anything more but add a little bit of motion. If you want to go a little deeper, you can bring your weight up onto your knee, just like we did on the other side. Again, don't extend the knee past the ankle if you have any knee issues. But if you don't and you'd like to play with a little bit of pressure and experiment and releasing your calf and strengthening your knee, please do, but with compassion. I recommend the channel Knees Over Toes Guy. I'll put the link in the description for all kinds of knee strengthening exercises just like this. Excellent job. On your next exhale, let's bring both feet to the front of your mat and then step back with the opposite leg, the right this time, and swing our body to the center to find our wide-legged forward fold. Hands on the mat, legs stretched out, bending slowly and mindfully at the hips, trying not to arch the back. Find your way into exactly the depth that feels right for you. Don't force it, just breathe into it. With each exhale, coming down a little deeper if you can, or adding a little bit of a bob up and down, seeing what feels right. This is your practice, never forget that. Now, let's reach over to our left leg with both arms, adding a side stretch to this wide-legged forward fold, bringing our face towards our shin, our nose, breathing into it, finding peace before we bring it back to the other side. Right leg, right ankle. I like to grab around my calf with one hand, my foot with the other, and stretch down into it. On your next inhale, let's come to the other side, opposite side once again, reaching down and breathing into it, exhaling all the way, and inhale, opposite side once again, exhaling as we grab and latch onto that leg. Inhale, opposite side, exhale, feeling the stretch. Now we've got some motion here. We're going to inhale, find our way over to the opposite side once again, and exhale into this side. Wonderful. All right, on your next inhale, let's pivot, our feet facing forward, finding our way into lunge, and step forward to the front of our mat. Come down into cosmic egg just for a moment here. Give your knees a deep hug, arch your back, and breathe into it. If it feels good, you can stretch forward, opening up those shoulders, opening up that upper back, and reach. Wonderful. Your next exhale, come down onto your sit bones and come into a seated ball with your feet lifted, engaging the core, squeezing as tightly as you can, holding. Your only point of contact should be your two sit bones on the mat. You should be squeezing tightly, breathing in and out, holding, feeling your abs and your core and your whole midsection engaged fully. They're getting their wake-up call right now and they're pissed, but they'll thank you later. Excellent, we're almost done. And exhale, release, dropping back onto your back, holding your knees still and rocking back and forth just slightly, saying thank you to your lower back and midsection for a beautiful end to a wonderful practice. And exhale, let's extend our feet straight out before us, open our palms at our side, and find our way into Savasana. Taking a few deep breaths here, reconnecting to yourself. Maybe you can feel your heart beating. Maybe you can feel your blood pumping. This has been a wonderful, wonderful 20-minute practice. And I'd like you to take this last moment, connect to your breath, and set an intention for the rest of your day. Tell yourself you're going to have a perfect day because you deserve it. You got up, you set this intention by rolling out your mat. You're here, you're present, you're invested in you, and you're invested in having a perfect day. You deserve it. You are in control. You're here right now, breathing in and out, sinking deeper with each breath, knowing that today, no matter how it plays out, you will handle with the grace and strength you found in this class here. Wonderful. Coming back to your body, adding a little bit of motion, rocking your head back and forth, wiggling your fingers, shaking your toes. Let's come slowly and mindfully back up, bending your knees and finding your way over into fetal position first, lifting your body up into seated, meeting back the center of the mat to close off. Hands at your side, stretched out, chest open. Let's take a deep inhale one last time. Hands overhead, palms together, stretching up towards the sky, filling those lungs and holding. To exhale slowly. Bring your hands to your heart and your chin down towards your hands. Closing your eyes, saying thank you to yourself for showing up here today on your mat and investing in you and the rest of your day. You found grace, you found strength, you connected your mind and body, and you are ready to carry on and have the best day of your life that you deserve. Namaste.
Quiet the mind.
It is time to unplug from all the noise of fear and uncertainty. This is your new beginning.
This is your ascension. Quiet the mind.
Shumare le 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 mare. beautiful.